friends! Welcome!
Hey.
Thank you for the follows. So many friends here. Welcome, welcome. We are playing Kamigakari, giving a nice little sneak preview for this wonderful, wonderful TTRPG that is currently on Kickstarter. If you type a little something in the chat because you really want to support it, just do the name of the thing with some punctuation, and you will get the links you need to follow that good stuff. I am Jess, Little Cup of Joe, on Twitter and here on Twitch. You're on my channel. Welcome. I will be running this game to the best of my ability. We have a rules fairy in chat. One of the localization team is going to be here helping us out. So we will sometimes call out questions so we can keep ourselves on track and learn the system right alongside all of you. But I think without further ado, we will go into intros for everybody else. I am going to start in the camera order that is... We'll go, like, clockwise, I guess. Counterclockwise. I don't know. Whatever. I'm looking at two sets of cameras. Dylan, you first. Narcissus,
Hi.
my friend. Who are you?
That's me. I am Dylan Grinder, aka Narcissus. I am a RPG streamer and game designer, and tonight I will be playing... See if I can do this on the camera. There we go. Tadashi, this guy right here, who is a badass. He hits things really hard, and he's a bodyguard, I guess.
Yep. He's a whole thing. Moving on down, Julie, would you like to introduce yourself and your lovely princess?
Hello, I'm Julie, at SopSignal on Twitter, pronoun she, her. I will be playing Sora this evening, who is a sparkly motorcycle princess. I have a motorcycle and I use it to fight.
Combat motorcycle is a thing in this game. We did not homebrew that.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm playing.
Yeah. Moving down the line, we have Shar, who is a member of the localization team that is working on the book. Why don't you introduce yourself and Bachan?
Hi, I'm Shar. I work on the book like... Oh, that's bad. Okay, I work on the book like that, like... Oh, wow. We can fix this in post, right? I'm Shar. I work on the book. I'm one of the editors, and I'm playing Turbo Granny, who is a urban legend yokai, which you can read about on Wikipedia. She is the 80-kilometer-an-hour grandma, and I am looking forward to not speaking for a moment to collect myself. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, she's fast. Very fast. Moving on down the line, we have Scraticus. Who are you really, and who are you playing?
Oh, hi, I'm Scraticus. I run the Scraticus Academy, where we basically do crazy hours and teach people new TTRPGs. It's a lot of fun. You should head on over. Today, first I was looking through the rules, okay, and then I nearly built Ikumi from the Ryutama stream again, but I thought, no, I need to do something different. So today, I built a Windmaster Monk. Very serene, very calm, very extra.
Yep. And legally distinct from any other wind-slinging bald characters wearing orange.
Yes, and arrow tattoos. There's no such... Yeah.
Yep.
Totally unique character.
Yep. And last but absolutely not least, M. Who are you, and who are you playing tonight?
Hi, so my name's M, at eTreffer on the Twitters, pronouns she, her, and I am playing Ayano, who is our token schoolgirl. And she is a digital sorcerer, so she basically hacks reality, because MMOs are super cool, and you know, it'd be really, really even more cool than that if MMOs were like real. So that's her. She's our little baby nerd.
Our little baby nerd girl. All right. Cool. So that's our intros. We are going to be running through this. This is technically not our first time playing this. We've done a few dry runs to get ourselves acquainted with the system, but we're still new. So this will be a learning experience for all. Bear with us and be kind. We're just here to be extra and have some anime fun, I think, right? Right. So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Hell yeah.
If my computer doesn't freeze. There we go. Okay, that was a little scary. I had some concerns. So, a facility in flames, false names, lost memories. At the end of her flight, the girl who lost sight of herself met a god killer, the Mystic Slayer, a former fellow apprentice. Soon things will be settled. When the wicked sacred tree appears, will the girl see real dreams? And we open in a park where we see a young girl, and we are going to start. Yajirushi, you are in this space, and you see a girl standing next to a dying cat, which most likely has been hit by a car.
It's okay. I'll help you.
You watch as she touches the cat, and a pale light begins to shine, and its wounds are instantly healed. And then she gathers the cat into her arms, and it's resting there peacefully. She notices your presence and turns to look at you.
Who are you?
That is some trick, little girl.
Yes, well, it was hurt. I had to do something. What's your name?
I am Yajirushi.
Oh, Yajirushi. I'm Amanda.
She smiles a little.
You have a kind heart, Amanda.
Well, it's just us out here, so I had to help.
She's kind of petting the cat.
Other than that, I don't really remember much. Do you have a place I could stay, maybe, sir?
And where are we at the moment? Just in a park space?
Yeah,
Or?
just in a park space out in the city.
Okay. I believe I have a friend nearby you can stay with, if you need a place.
Really?
One of my disciples from the temple.
Oh,
They will look after you.
okay.
And we will move onward toward the next scene. Oh. It's not frozen.
I think we're
Okay,
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't die, computer. Mine is usually so well behaved.
Did you complete your daily blood sacrifice, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you're fine.
All 4 of them. I mean, well, 1. Ha. So, elsewhere, we move on to where we see a cold structure looming against the darkness of the night. Concealed within this private sector facility is the workshop of a Magus. And some jazzy music.
Jazzy Magus.
You
Dig
know?
it. Good.
Agents have reported that the surroundings have been blocked off. Thank you for the follow. Hearing the report, the English gentleman next to you, Sora, one of the 3 kings in the association, this is Charles Derleth, expresses his gratitude. Well, Miss Sora, I have no words to express my gratitude for listening to my unreasonable request. I would have liked to have had the association's blunder dealt with internally, but, well, you know, private business became involved, so it's a bit difficult to limit damages.
That's understandable. I'm just happy that I was able to make it out to help you.
Of course. Well, person inside this place is a traitor to the association who lost his sanity researching all sorts of subjects.
Oh, well, you know how scientists get.
Scientists and Magus sometimes, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be purged, no matter what it takes. I don't suppose
Alright.
you'd be up to the task.
Well, there's an Aramitama in there then.
Something like that.
I've got it covered.
Good. I'll have you working with another amongst our number, a Yano. She's a bright young lady, rather up and coming.
Okay.
Still a bit young, but good. Quite good. And has a powerful stake in matters here.
All right. Well, we'll see if she can keep up.
Of course. And I'll be handing over some information handouts. You guys can all see these. For your purposes, Sora, you get info too. I will read this for the benefit of our viewers as well.
Mm-hmm.
So what you find out here is that Nanashiro Yako, the Magus that Charles was referring to, has betrayed the association and stained his hands with the unthinkable. He's infiltrated a private corporation in Hisashiro, the city where you all are. And within the facilities, he's been conducting some forbidden research, turning humans into monsters, because of course he is.
You know, that scientist Magus.
That sounds bad.
Yeah.
Sounds like something he probably shouldn't be doing.
That seems like taboo stuff. And briefly going back to Yajirushi, when you saw the girl healing, this was a piece of information I forgot to give you. You saw a black spirit crest appearing on Amanda's hand. That black crest actually marks it as being from an Aramitama. So you know an Aramitama is after that girl. So just keep that in your back pocket.
So that's fine.
That's fine. It's totally fine.
It's all fine.
Uh-huh.
It's all fine. Everything's fine. What could go wrong?
No big deal
Nothing will go wrong
whatsoever. Nope. Everything is fine. In fact, we're going to get to the most fine part right now.
Great.
Oh, cool.
Ayano. You have entered the workshop with the intention of defeating Yako, whom you have some personal ties to. And I'm hearing some background noise from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not on my end.
It's hearing like it sounded like an advertisement, maybe.
Yeah.
An advertisement for surgery?
That's very bizarre. Bear with us, friends, while we check windows.
Let's see.
Anyway.
Nothing else is open for me, so.
Yeah. All right. So you've entered the workshop, and you can see within all manner of transparent cases installed throughout the workshop. There are twisted shapes suspended in fluid, and unrefined, glittering spiritual drugs are pulsating all around. The Aramitama is in the stream. Oh god. It's begun!
Is anyone's monitor bleeding?
Oh god.
Didn't want to mention it, but
No.
Oh no.
Damn it, Scrat.
All right. So yeah, you're going through this creepy workshop. There's just, it's unlike anything you've seen, even in the MMOs that you play. Like, this is pretty terrifying.
Yeah, this is like horror game stuff.
Yeah.
Not like beautiful crystal.
Yeah, this isn't a beautiful,
RPG.
beautiful crystal, colorful forest in an MMO. This is This is some Silent Hill level creepy stuff.
Cool.
And as you go deeper and deeper into the workshop, you find Nanashiro Yako working away. And he turns and sees you, looks a bit surprised. It's been a while, Ayano. So,
Yeah.
is it true that the association put you to work as a cleaner?
It is. And you know why I'm here.
Whose brilliant idea was that?
It doesn't matter. Look, I don't want to have to do this. It's not too late. If you just stop what you're doing here, just come with me. I can talk to the association. I'm sure we can work something out. But
I looked through all those tomes, and I saw some truth. But it seems that the association thinks I'm insane for it. And he doesn't look quite so kind as you remember. There's just this subtle glimmer in his gaze that tells you he's a little bit gone. And there's just kind of some malice that just sort of suffuses his face. I'm trying to save humanity, Aya. You'll be able to understand eventually, I think. No?
not like this.
Well,
Look. Just come with me. Don't make me do this. Nissan.
it has been a while since we've seen each other, hasn't it? I may as well give you my best, Aya. And with those words, he raises his hand and his bracelet emits a flash of light. And you see
cool.
numerous magic circles expanding in the air before his eyes with ridiculous speed, double, triple, quadruple layered. For a normal Magus, setting up even a single magical circle would be this quickly would be a feat, but he just created half a dozen of them in one moment. And you see a radiant beam of light erupting from the first of the circles. It grazes your side, then tears through a huge metal apparatus nearby like paper, until it rips through the wall of the building itself. And without stopping, the light burns in the second and third circles. He's trying to kill you.
Cool.
I
would
need
like
you
to read that, please.
Yeah, I need you to do a resist check.
Okay. A resist check. Alrighty. Wow, I have to roll dice and play this game?
Mm-hmm.
How do we want to do
This thing that we're trying out?
the thingy?
Oh, yes. If you guys want to go ahead and roll your Newman dice pools, that would be a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, play big money.
So,
and my resist check.
Oof.
Oh, that's not great. That's a it's a strong 7.
strong 7. Cool. We'll come back to the Newman and explain that for those who need to know after the scene is done. Okay. So, what is the difficulty on this? Oh, well. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
Not even close. I don't think you're supposed to be able to succeed, honestly.
Okay, well, all right.
That's
Sweet
kind
baby.
of super rude. So, yeah, he comes at you, and the whole of the workshop just erupts in flames, and you are
Well, it was
not.
nice playing with you all. I will see you around.
Rip.
You'll be fine. You do get grazed, but you manage to scramble back to your feet just barely. You're bit banged up, but you can try to flee. You will take 20 magical damage.
Okay, excellent. Cool. So 20 magical damage means my barrier, I subtract my barrier from that?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Now time for the backup character.
Yeah, exactly. Spoilers, guys. Now time for my second form. Alrighty. Yes, alright. So I very awkwardly dig my way on out, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, the workshop explodes, and we're gonna end the scene there dramatically.
Awesome. Cool.
Cool.
And yes, I'm gonna turn off the beeping of Roll20, so that you guys don't have to deal with that friends viewing at home, which is literally everyone.
Someone in chat called it the new man pool.
The new man pool. Well, so the thing about Newman, also called possibly spirit, the terms, it's worth noting, are not finalized at this point. So things will be subject to change. Don't be upset. The Newmen are a set of 4 d6s that you get to roll. Yeah, Ulsari explained it, I think, for everybody. So if you didn't catch it in the chat, 4d6 that you roll at the beginning, and you can use them to swap out with your normal rolls using a mechanic that's currently called Influence. It allows you to choose to fail now, to succeed later, or have some specific dice numbers banked for you to use on your talents and such. So that's what that is, and if you hear us refer to it, that is what we're talking about. So, moving on to the next scene. Okay. Let's see. So, we're moving along to Tadashi.
Oh, hello.
You are doing your day job. There's a concert going on. You're holding up the wall outside while Kyoko is performing inside to the usual enormous crowd.
Of course.
And without a sound, somewhere behind you, a voice is heard.
Tadashi? Good evening. I've come to inform you of Spectrov's request.
You know this voice. It's Kukuri.
It's Kukuri. Yeah.
She's a woman clad in a black suit. She's an agent of the Ministry of the Environment's Special Provisions Department. Kurai Kukuri.
I think I've got like a lollipop in my mouth, and in my hands I've just got my phone out, and you can like vaguely see it reflected in my sunglasses, and I'm playing some like
a gacha game?
super kawaii.
Are you playing Love Live?
Oh god.
Sure, yeah. There's like these little bring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yatta! I don't work for Spectrov, Kukuri.
This is a job that
No.
you might enjoy. There is a heretic Magus on the loose. The association is looking to hunt him. Nanashiro Yako. Leaving this matter alone would be extremely dangerous.
You can't handle it?
We came to seek your assistance.
Well, I'll like look out over the crowd and the stage. I guess I've got some time. Like bite down hard on the lollipop and throw away the discarded stick.
Of course.
I know who I'm playing, okay?
Yes, you do. Wow.
Wonderful. We would ask that you eliminate him as soon as possible. We're counting on you.
You know where he is?
She nods. And you are given information number 4.
Ooh. Which says...
So she passes a report. You don't quite know how. She just sort of gives a wave of her hand, and you see a little report pop up on your phone that informs you there's an Aramitama pulling the strings of the Magus who betrayed the association, Nanashiro Yoko. Now that you know that, you can make precautions and make sure that you're ready and share accordingly when you get some allies involved. So.
Interesting. All right, well, if I'm heading out, you, I'll like point at her, need to stay here and cover for me.
She doesn't really emote much in general.
Yeah.
But there's a flicker in her eyes that tells you she's a little puzzled.
Look, my job's important, okay? You make sure Kyoko stays safe, I make sure your Magus disappears.
But is Kyoko not also a hunter?
Look, I don't make the rules. I just tell you to follow them. Sound good? All right. And with that, I'm already out the door, and I like do the wave over the shoulder.
Yeah. And you
Good luck.
leave her standing there a little nonplussed.
Watch out, the fans are rabid.
Oh god. So, yep. Oh, and I believe I needed to give you info number 3.
He has lasers.
He has a lot of lasers and they hurt real bad.
He's super heckin' magical.
He's real magic, guys. This evil magus person we're hunting is super magic.
What?
All right. This is actionable information.
Shocker.
Did we get a clue? How do we know he's magical?
I don't want to scare anybody, but this dude, he's packing some magic.
So the goal of the Magus who betrayed the association, Nanashiro Yako, in case we have forgotten his name, even though I've said it in literally every piece of info, is not something so noble as to save humanity, even though he sure thinks so. He's more keen to like enslave humanity through spiritual drugs and weird magic. And there is an Aramitama pulling his strings, with which he's already formed a contract of souls and gained a right that basically makes him temporarily unkillable.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, well, that's
Lovely.
fine.
Well, it's temporary, right? We just need to wait that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's a distortion that's going to need to be dealt with in order to solve that little problem. Because as long as he keeps getting fed souls, he can't die.
I like the idea that all of this info is delivered by way of like an inner monologue.
Yeah.
Like the true anime exposition of, oh, the goal of the Magus who betrayed the association, Nanashiro Yoko.
Quite possibly. Presumably, you may have pulled something with you from the wreckage when you got the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah. There was probably like half of that was probably like a series of like realizations that happened via monologue during that whole like getting wrecked scene, and then half of it probably came off of whatever I found afterward. Like,
Yep.
That
like,
book,
oh, this-
I know what it means.
exactly.
Yep. Yep.
That look in his eye.
All right. Yeah, that crazy look in his eye.
Crazy look. Oh no.
Told you everything you needed to know. He's enslaving humanity. And made a deal, and so scary.
I mean, like the creepy evil laboratory thing probably like gave me some sort of indication that like, you know, maybe what his idea wasn't like the greatest in terms of like actual people.
Yeah.
Brains in jars and shit. Like that's less than
Yeah.
great.
Scale of 1 to 10, we're at about a 3 right now.
Right. Yeah, he's a little on the creep side.
Yeah.
We will work Granny in soon as we get to everybody. It's like if Michael Bay directed an anime. God. I don't know if anybody wants that.
No.
Hard pass.
Do not want. Okay. So, coming back around to where Yajirushi is with the young lady. You're there with Amanda, and she's still got the cat, and the cat kind of leaps out of her hands. And sort of turns back and looks at her and gives a mew and then sort of runs off.
Bye. Don't get run over again.
And she waves.
Sure, she will be more cautious this time round.
I hope so.
I think as well that Yajirushi would almost certainly be holding this little girl's hand just to make sure she's safe.
Sure. She keep calling her a little girl. She's actually like 15, 16, but she's small.
Little girl, yeah.
Yeah. Little. Actually little. And she kind of settles down on a bench. And Granny, you see these two folks. Oh my god, so many gift subs. Thanks, friend. You see this totally normal monk. Thank you, friends. Talking to this girl, from which you also sense something being quite off. We'll assume for purposes of narrative, you may have been in the area and you witnessed the spirit crest that indicates she's being hunted by the Aramitama as well. Oh my god! The sub-train!
It plays an alert for every gift sub.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
So, I just want to check on this. If she's being hunted by an Aramitama, is that something that exempts you from being an innocent, or for purposes of my, what's it called? The spirit transit, which I'm invisible to innocent, so I'm wondering if she can see me or if it is just,
I think she can see you.
Okay. I think in that case, I'm sort of perched on a fence post like a crow, and I am sort of, if she takes note of me, I'm surprised because that's not something that usually happens with the.
Sure.
So.
Oh.
And she kind of startles
Oh.
and draws a little closer to the monk.
Who's
I
that?
Sort of lean towards them, and I'm looking at them with a wary eye. Do we know each other as both like hunters in the area, or is this a first meeting between me and Yajirushi?
Do you guys know each other?
I would say this is probably my first time in the city, so probably not.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
She waves a little awkwardly.
I sort of mimic the motion.
That doesn't look very comfortable up there.
Huh. And I jump down from the fence post, and I am. So. You see me. Not many your age can see
Uh-huh.
me.
Oh.
And I think more than anything, I'm sort of put off by this because I tend to appear on my own recognizance. I think I'm caught off guard at this point.
Sure. Because you've just been noticed for a change.
Yeah.
I'm Amanda, and this is Yajirushi.
Make a hand symbol and bow.
I bow back, sort of mimic his motions. I am Tabobachan, the 100-kilometer-an-hour hag.
That sounds really impressive.
I bow again. It is.
Oh. I don't have any fancy titles or anything like that.
She looks a little sad.
That is okay, Amanda. I too am simply a monk. What brings you this way, Divine Spirit?
I have come walking the motorways, as is my way. But there is a strange energy that drew me from the highways. And I must rest. And I lean back against the fence and close my eyes and...
Granny?
Yes?
She scrambles back, kind of stumbling, and sort of falls back onto the bench that was behind her.
Sorry. Are you tired?
I am so very old, and I run so very far. But no.
Oh, okay. Right. I'm just gonna sit here, I guess.
I too have been drawn to the city by some strange energy, Tababasha-chan. Perhaps we can assist one another.
Perhaps we can. And I sort of nod at him very firmly, and I think that Granny is someone who has one passion in life, and that is surprising motorists.
That's what she's good at.
She's keen to follow his lead.
Like, where like the other, if we go to that inner monologue thing, it's just pan dead silence for Yajirushi. He has like the silence of the enlightened.
He's just like, yep. So you were all kind of hanging out there, and suddenly around you, the surroundings invert, and a man appears, followed by numerous twisted shapes. And you two, being the divinely linked and with your ancestries respectively, you recognize the things with him as Mononoke. And it looks like you two and Amanda have been taken into the mirror world that this man created with his spirit barrier. Amanda looks confused and frightened, and she kind of clings to your sleeve, Yajirushi. And we're pretty close to the hour, so I think we'll take a break.
Jet.
And then come back, and there's probably gonna be some combat.
Ooh.
So, we will see you all in about 10 minutes. Hello, friends. We've returned.
Greetings from
So-
Anime Land.
Yes. We are going to continue to be as extra as possible and have ourselves a little anime fight, I think. Because
a little anime.
have ourselves a little anime. Because the nefarious person with some Mononoke in his employ at this point has arrived and dragged you all into his spirit barrier, and that's dangerous and scary. So, let me get to the information we need.
So I've got a solid question here.
Yeah.
Because this is a combat scene, right? And scenes are a structural thing in this game. How could somebody enter this scene at this point and be like, I would like to be a part of this?
There is a mechanic for that, and that's actually what your luck stat is used for. You can make what's called an appearance check to see if you
Things
appear
to
in
do
the
with the
scene.
luck stat. Tell me more.
You're already here, though.
Well, he's a monk. Maybe he can like appear twice. That seems like a thing he would be able to
So
do.
much luck, y'all. So much luck.
Although, yeah, we actually are going to go a little off script because Julie reminded me, how the heck do we get everybody here? So we are going to swing back over to the ruins of the workshop. And for your purposes, Sora, you just witnessed, standing there with Charles Derleth, you witnessed the place just go up in an explosion. And the agents that are there with him are scrambling to get the damage contained, and you go to assist, and you see a small figure emerging from the wreckage.
I bolt right over and start pulling rubble off of her.
I know you heard a lot in so many ways. And you don't see Yako, your brother, anywhere.
Is Sora like right there, or how is Sora approaching at this moment?
I see a pile of rubble with a tiny arm sticking out, I assume, and I'm pulling rocks off of it right now.
Yeah, so you're hefting them off.
Are you all right? Are you all right?
I'm fine. Where did you see someone run out of here? Someone, a guy about 6 feet tall, coat.
There's
Ow.
a lot of smoke. It was really loud. I didn't see anything. I'm sorry. Are you here? And I'm going to give her some water,
Okay.
which will give you hit points, actually.
Oh, excellent.
20 HP.
Awesome. Yeah,
Cool.
so you help. You give her some water, and
Dust her off, you know.
yeah.
Yeah. And I would like to take this moment to point out that like this is very much the anime thing where like for some inexplicable reason, Ayano is still in her school uniform.
She is.
She literally just looks like a completely normal schoolgirl, just with a really like weirdly technologically advanced smartwatch. But other than that, she just looks completely normal.
Of course.
Yeah, because as everyone knows, Japanese high school students wear their uniforms at all times.
At all times, including when infiltrating like scary laboratories on official association.
Yeah. Clearly, you want to make sure he knows which high school you come from.
Clearly.
That's important information. Okay, excellent. So you're very unassuming, so I wouldn't peg you as a new recruit, probably.
So I think this is the sort of thing where like the association has some sort of like clear like emblem type thing that
Yeah,
like
you've
they
got
have so
probably
people
like
can
a-
identify each other, but it's not
Yeah.
like something that innocents would necessarily recognize.
Yeah, you have like a little lapel pin, which looks pretty
Yeah.
innocuous to the average person, but the symbology on it is very specific to the Mages Association and those in the know.
Oh.
Sorry, who are you?
My name is Sora. I'm with Society. Which one am I with again? Sorry.
There's so many factions in this game.
I know.
The faction of bad guy huntiness.
I'm with that guy over there.
The faction of that guy's doing some evil stuff. Let's maybe make that not happen.
No, that guy, the blonde guy. No.
I think you're a freelancer though, right? You just got called to assist the Magus Society, I think.
You trust me. Yep. The Magus Society called me to help. I'm working with them too.
Are you here to? Are you after Yako?
Yep. That's the one.
Okay. So bad news. He's not here anymore. I think he left.
Well, we can't exactly let him.
Hang on. Is there some sort of like check I can do to like scan the area with my like weird magical smartwatch powers? Can I have the ability to scan for my evil brother who has escaped somewhere?
I do believe you can do a check. Let me see what kind of checks you can do.
Could I also make an appearance check around this time?
I was gonna bring you in anyway, but sure, do it.
Let's show off those mechanics.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's the check? Oh my god.
222.
Maneuvers. That's what I was looking for. I guess spot or sense would
Spot
probably.
or sense.
Yeah, and they both are off of luck, so.
Okay, so as a magus, one of the things that I have is a familiar, which in my case is like a little, so like I pop open my, so I have this ridiculous smartwatch on, and I tap a button on it, and in front of me displays this like, suddenly out of nowhere, this intense holographic panel, and on it is a little like, a little mascot that looks like a little like blue blob with two little wings. So that's my familiar. But in mechanically speaking, that gives me some bonus to a check like this, I believe. Yeah, I get a +1 to the result of luck checks.
All right.
So let's see if I can do this thing. God, all right. I don't know why I use these dice. I know what these dice do.
Are these the cursed dice?
They are the cursed dice. Hang on, but fortunately, we are playing Kamigakari, so I can fix this.
You got this. You got this.
So I just rolled a 2.
Okay.
But in my Newman pool, I have a 6 and a 5. So do I know the DC of these checks? I don't actually remember how that works in the system. Do I know what number I need to beat?
I think
Or
you
do I
typically
still have to
know
guess?
beforehand.
You can, like, it basically tells me that it's up to me. I'm happy to give you the difficulty.
I think in this case to at least show off like the mechanic side of that.
I'm gonna say it was probably a 10.
A 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. Let's see. My luck is.
I assume Yako
3.
is up on his bullshit and knows how to hide himself.
Okay. So so to get to a 10, I need to use the 6 that's in my Newman pool. So I'm gonna swap out the 6. Which puts this 2 that I actually rolled in my Newman pool.
Okay.
Which makes that a 10. So that's check succeeds.
All right. Sweet. So remind me again, you were checking just to see if he was still in the area, or
to see like some sort of like trail to see where he went, or if he's in the area or something.
I would say you can see that he's definitely nowhere near the area, and you get you see a little bit of like residue of probably his passing with the magical residue is still fairly strong.
Okay,
but there's a point at which it basically ends, which tells you he probably like magically bamfed on out somewhere else.
Okay, so it's not like a full-on like he went that way magical scan?
Um,
More like he went that way and then he pieced?
he went that away, and then it looks like he pieced. If you keep heading in that direction, it picks up again. So it looks like there is a trail, but it's a bit broken here and there, and it might be fading a bit. So you'll probably wanna follow on fairly fast.
Okay. You said. Well, hang on. First, did you want to try an appearance check, Tadashi?
Yeah, I do.
Do it.
All right, let's see. Roll a 1 and a. God, I literally swapped my dice. Okay. What's the difficulty for an appearance check?
Hold on a moment.
Typically 8. Okay. All right. Thank you, Rules Fairy.
Thank you, Rules Fairy.
I think I want the 1 more. So I'm gonna swap the 6 from my pool with the 1 from my roll, so that my pool is now 2 3s, a 2 and a 1. And that bumps me up to a 12, so I succeed. I think at this point, because I've got a car. So
You
I
just
think
drive on up.
I like roll up, and I'm like rolling slowly next to the sidewalk, and I just roll the window down and look at the exploded building and like slide my sunglasses down my nose a little. Hey, do you seen Evil Wizard?
I instinctively look to Strong Nason beside me. I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Well,
Sora, I didn't see you there.
hello, Tadashi.
How you been?
I've been well. The
Killed anything interesting lately?
wizard is no longer here. In fact, we're
Damn.
tracking him
How are you?
down. Yes, I believe Ayano, who I have kind of nosed in front of to guard her.
I'm very much like peeking out from behind her because like how I imagine this is like Sora's probably like a solid like 3 inches taller than me.
Oh yeah.
And I am very
Just
small
like-
and very beaten up. And the strange man just rolled up in a car beside us.
And
As-
it's just like, hey.
As you peek around, I nod and I smile, and there's like a little ding.
I instantly duck back behind Sora.
God help
Ayano,
us all.
I believe just found a path. So we're going to go
Gee.
find him and take care of him. Why do you care?
I've been asked to, do my work, take him out, kill him, the usual.
God help me. Okay.
There's an Aramitama that's pulling his strings, so
Well, generally, Aramitama are nearby when things get this bad, so we're gonna go check it out.
I don't mean to interrupt, but the trail's fading really fast. We should go
Awesome.
now.
all right, get in. I'll unlock the doors.
Well,
Oh God.
I look to Sora. Safe.
Sora,
No.
Sora, where's your motorcycle? lately?
I was thinking of pulling it out of Hammerspace if it's
Yeah.
nowhere out. So, and I do just that while looking Tadashi right in the eye. It's like,
Do you just
All right.
like pull off an imaginary
Yeah.
tarp and your bike is there?
sure, that's what happens.
So good.
Maintaining eye contact the whole time.
Yeah, I'll pull my driving gloves on. All right.
Jesus, these two.
Reach over, shift gears. Make your pick,
Okay.
kid.
Yeah.
Ayano. And I
in-
hit Ayano a helmet.
And in the background, in the wake of the destruction in the building, you can see Charles is instructing and directing the agents to continue the cleanup process pretty smartly. He seems to have a handle on it, but he's not really paying attention to any of you.
Okay. Charles, we're gonna go find this guy.
You do get he kind of makes a vague wave in your direction, which to indicate
Yeah.
that he heard you, but then he's immediately shouting at another one of the mages again.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna get on this bike, hand Ayano a helmet.
I take the helmet and I look to Tadashi and I'm just gonna yeah.
I'll push my sunglasses back out.
Okay, Ayano.
On your mark, Sora.
Hold on tight.
I've never been on a bike before, but okay.
And I think
Yeah.
You're off.
Oh my god.
I guess you're racing.
Sora looks at him, she revs the bike a few times, and then there's some like mutually agreed upon like go. Just
Yeah.
as Ayano was saying that she's never been on a bike before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just-
I've never been on a bike before.
Deja vu.
So now that this has turned into Initial D, do we want to do a contested check to see who gets there first?
Sure.
Oh, what should we? What,
Agility, maybe?
Yeah, let's see. Let me look at the tracking, unlocking. I mean,
Thank you for the follow.
yeah, let's do an agility check.
Agility.
Agility.
Oh.
Your agility at steering a vehicle.
Yeah, because I imagine there are other cars that are not racing.
That's true. You also have to deal with real traffic.
Jesus, I always roll a high number and a 1. I got a 5 and a 1.
Okay.
Plus, my agility is 4, so that's a total of 10.
Well,
Alright, I don't think I'm going to swap out. I'm going to let you win.
Okay. Well, that's understandable considering she's on a motorcycle and you are driving a car. She has a little
over obstacles, and I'm like weaving around.
she has a little more leeway to like get between vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe there's like one of those like really anime moments where like there's like a really old lady like crossing the street at one point, and Soda's able to like zip around. How does she has to like straight up just like stop?
Yeah.
Ethan asks, "Is there a crime skill? This sounds like crime."
haven't you ever watched any
What?
car race happen? It totally ends well.
No, the little old lady is going 80 kilometers. That's
There
true.
we go. There we go.
Yeah. The old lady actually beat them all.
All three of us will be on the scene very soon, guys.
Yeah. Speaking of, while you guys are racing to follow the trail, we are going to go back to our friends in the park who are being accosted and have just arrived in Yako's spirit barrier. You two, Granny and Yajirushi, do not recognize this man, although you definitely recognize something is not right about him. The Mononoke notwithstanding. And he almost seems to not pay any mind to either of you. He looks dead on at Amanda. So there you are. Found you at last, Amanda. And she clings to your arm, Yajirushi, and sort of tries to duck out of sight.
I'm not going with you. Don't let him take me.
I think I'm just gonna sprint up, jump, and kick him in the head.
Okay. I guess we'll start combat. And in this moment, the other three of you, the other three of you,
We literally slide into
Yeah.
combat.
Sora, you just straight up ride in, and then Ayano, you hop off the bike. Tadashi, you're gonna have to get out of the car.
Can I wait? No, can I do that move from that terrible Bollywood movie where they just like step out of the moving car
Yes.
and it like slides into a parking space?
Yeah, sure. Do it. Do it.
Nice.
And during all this carnage, as we're about to start combat, I'd like to like sort of kneel down to Amanda and be like, I saw the way you looked after that cat. Perhaps you could look after my pet for me, and I will make my Tamatichi
Kamaitachi?
appear on my shoulder from Hammer Space and pass it to her.
Okay. She takes your little animal and is like,
Okay,
Oh.
be careful.
we'll bring these guys up to be visible. As well as this terrible, terrible man. There we go. Alright.
Oh boy.
Yay. Combat is a thing we are doing now. So
Let's
everybody-
combat it up.
Yes. Initiative is static, so I'm going to set that for all of us. If I remember how.
If you want, you can just select our tokens and hit Control U, and we should be able to
Thank you.
input our own values as long as we have control of the tokens.
Mhm.
Which I do not currently have control of my token.
You don't?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Weird. Oh, let me fix that. Hold on. I knew there was some stuff I missed. My apologies, friends.
So, chat,
There's no need to apologize. I'm
If
very
you,
excited.
if you look at the bottom of chat right now, you will see a message from Moobot telling you about Kamigakari. That is the game that we are playing right now. It is available on Kickstarter, also right now.
Thank you,
Definitely.
promotional Dylan.
Look, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's filling airtime.
Tell me,
Thanks.
Dylan, if I go to the Kickstarter, could I start playing today?
I honestly don't know.
Our good rules fairy, and her name happens to rhyme with rules fairy. It is Ulseri. I think it rhymes
Yes.
anyway. Can probably answer that question, and she is hanging out in
true.
chat.
But
Okay.
if you haven't taken a look, the art already is A++ 10,000 in
It
the
super
translation,
is.
which we have had the opportunity to look at is good shit.
Right. You should all now have control of your tokens.
All
I'm gonna get you all in there.
Oh, that's better. Okay.
There we go.
I am not very fast.
I can fix that.
I'm just gonna be heckin' lazy, and these guys can share an initiative.
I love this. I love this oons.
You're
I'm all about it. I am all about it.
This is classic late 90s, early 2000s.
Animu fight music.
Yeah. This is Evangelion, right?
Let's see. I may be bad at rules, but I'm great at picking music. I have one skill. Okay.
I don't know, you're
Nibbling bullshit from your
Also-
players.
yeah, you're also pretty good at enabling bullshit from your players and making these awesome portraits happen,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Yeah.
Dab.
That's right.
Okay.
The gorgeous art on our overlay, if it was not mentioned already, is by the GM herself.
I do
Yeah.
those things
Mhm.
and overlays and yay. His initiative is a
Many
thing.
talents.
I do stuff. I do a lot of stuff. Okay, we have initiative, so time filling is done. What is your initiative, Grandmama?
Mine is 20.
Gross!
She's turbo.
How dare you?
Ain't no one more turbo than Turbo Granny.
Okay, wowza. Yeah, she definitely would have beat y'all on foot. Good lord. Okay. And we're good now. 23. Thank you, Rules Fairy. It's actually
Oh.
23. It's even more gross than we thought.
Oh my god! That's 10 more than me!
Does she make like motor sounds when she moves? Jesus.
No, she just breaks the sound barrier.
Yeah.
All the windows rattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, I feel like it would be like a sonic boom kind of thing when she moves.
I think we're gonna get through this fight, and I'm just not gonna realize that she was even there because she's just been moving so fast this entire time. Like, wow, there sure is an interesting breeze around here.
So fast.
It's already violent.
So fast it doesn't even look like movement. Just one moment she's there. Oh, she's over there.
Lordy, lordy. All right. Cool. Okay, I think we are ready. So, combat. We've got to do start timing. So if anybody has any skills that have a timing of start, you may use them.
Anyone?
I do. Does anyone
Okay.
else?
I do too.
I'm going to use my divine influence to give myself flight for the until end timing of the current round.
Lordy, okay.
Do we want to take this opportunity to gratuitously describe how we change as we enter combat with the boundary ability?
Yes.
Please.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah, we'll go in, I guess we'll go in initiative order. Granny, how describe your amazing, how you jump into flight.
So, I'm thinking in this case, it's not so much flight as being able to move faster than anybody, so fast they can't stop me. So I sort of drop to all fours and scramble on my hands and feet with like get up off the ground,
Oh my god!
like ducking between their legs, and finally I just like get up right up on the guy and foot right to the face.
That's creepy as heck. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Yajirushi, you have handed off your little kamaitachi to Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
How do you prepare or enter into this combat engagement?
So, still maintaining a calming gaze with Amanda, I will bring one leg up and then the other leg up so that I am levitating. My tattoos across my back will begin to glow a light blue, and I will also be using my start technique to also soar and just gently levitate into the sky. I may be very fast, but there's no need right now.
Excellent.
Nice.
Sora, how about you? How do you arrive? Well, you've arrived on the scene on your bike, I presume?
Yes. And the bike, up until this point, was fairly innocuous looking. But I would like to use my start ability, Crystal Install.
Crystal install. Yeah, your transformation sequence, I assume?
My transformation. Yes. So before your very eyes, this bike becomes encrusted in crystals, and a sort of soft light seems to emit from Sora, who was probably already in her battle gear at this point, which is just a dress and crystals.
Her battle
like
gear.
Crystal breastplate, crystal bracers, things like that. You know,
As one does.
yeah.
Yeah. And then Ayano, you were on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And you enter battle and you see your brother with some creepies up ahead.
Okay. I very carefully hop my way off this bike, dust my skirt off, take a deep breath, look all anime determined style at my newly apparently super evil brother. And then I put my hand up in front of my face. The smartwatch glows bright. The little mascot design on it expands outward. So in front of me now appear a bunch of holographic panels, and I think a pair of like holographic goggles kind of closes over her eyes. And on one of the panels in front of me, I with like hacking motions appears a 3D model of the combat field with like little chibi avatar versions of everyone around us on it. So I've got like a
Awesome.
little MMO version of our current combat space displayed in front of me. And I'm going to use my Ashar Excel ability.
Okay.
So I think, hacking hand motions occurs. And then I think I select the little avatar of Sora's character, and it gets a bunch of little like blue arrows pointing all around it. And Sora, you gain a +8 to your initiative.
Holy crap!
Ooh!
Powered up. Get in there.
God, dig it.
15
Boost.
+8. That's math. I'm as fast as Granny
That's
now.
23.
Oh wow.
So that ties with Turbo Granny.
Oh, sorry, +6, because I can numbers
Not quite.
So
Not quite.
Plus 21.
Delightful. Delightful. All right. Granny's flying. The monk is flying. Sora is good. Everybody's good. Tadashi.
That's me.
How do you get yourself prepped for battle?
So I, of course, arrive last. And so my car comes screeching around the corner. And I like flip the wheel and like shift the gear around and just step out of the door as my car rotates into a parking space. And as that happens, I pull my bow tie that I wear off in one motion and like tilt my head back and my hair flashes backwards. I hold out my right hand and this probably like 3 or 4 foot long katana and its scabbard appears in my hand. And I look down over my sunglasses at the enemies and I say, I'd almost forgotten I was coming to kill someone. Hey you, Yako, don't let me forget again. And I get ready.
Good lord.
This guy.
This guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, meanwhile, behind this entourage of writhing larva-like creatures that are clearly the result of some sort of mad science and sorcery, he does a gesture you are quite familiar with, Ayano, and raises his arm, and you see the bracelet start to flash as he prepares for battle as well. But no magical circles yet.
Cool. I'm a fan of no magical circles. That kind of sucked the first time.
That sure did.
Not a fan.
Not a fan at all. All
Less
right.
than ideal.
Yeah. So, Granny, you wanted to run up and kick somebody in the face, correct?
Yeah, I'm going for.
Let me
Combat
actually
to-
add combat auras for all of you so that we remember engagement space. But go right ahead and do what you're gonna do.
All right. Okay. So, moving straight up and getting in next to him, and let's see. Four and a 6, so that comes out to. Looks like a total of 15 for my attack roll.
Cool.
Okay. 1 second. Let's see. And that's a physical attack?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that does the trick.
You ran all the way up to him?
Oh, yeah, I moved 10 squares.
Oh my god.
I'm very-
She's a monster. Yeah, okay.
Alright. And let's see. So, I forget, is the opponent gets the defensive roll, right? Or am I misremembering?
I don't.
They just have a defensive stat, I believe.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your accuracy versus their defensive stat. Ordinarily, if I were playing this and he was had a proper God Slayer block, he would be played accordingly. But in interest of time and simplicity, we're not doing that. He's using a custom blah 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 Mononoke block, so we're going to treat him that way. But when you play it, you can absolutely make a God Hunter and do it that way. But we're not doing PvP, so to speak, for purposes of the stream. So yeah, that. And what is your damage?
My PD stat is 12. I think when we did our demo game, there was more added on to that. It's rank
Yes.
times 5, so that's up to 17.
Okay, so what's the highest number you rolled out of your 2d6?
Oh, that was a 6.
a 6. Okay.
So it's rank times 6. it's your rank multiplies your highest
Oh,
die,
gotcha.
and then you add your PD.
Yes.
All right, so that is a 18.
Okay. That's math, so I need a calculator. Bear with me, friends. Okay. Yeah, you soar right on up there and just wing him in the face with your geta. And it just... His glasses are a bit askew, but he puts them back into place. So that is your turn, correct?
Yep.
Let's see. Sora,
Yes.
Sora, what you doing?
Oh no. I think
You fast now.
I am very fast.
You're
now.
so fast.
I think there are literally like little like digital arrows just like around you right now, like in a really shitty MMO where they have like the little like buff arrows that are around the characters. Like, it's
God.
around your mic right now.
I do not seem to have control of my token anymore.
Oh, I thought I fixed that for everybody, but I guess not. You should.
What?
Oh, you're on the
Oh,
ruler tool.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. That would be why.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3. Okay. You know, I have all this speed, but I think I'm just gonna slam into the nearest mononoke.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you're just vroom, boom, and off you go.
And off I go. And I'm just gonna run over it, ideally.
Okay. Shall we say there's like a little bit of a ramp that you find and you just boom, crash down onto it?
Yep, that's exactly what's happening
Alright.
right now.
Yeah, and crystal glass kind of sheds and chimes as you land.
I like the idea that the ramp is part of her bike, like it just creates those as needed.
Crystal ramps!
Crystal ramps everywhere.
Ooh.
Here for it.
Really cool.
That's
It's
cool.
now canon.
8, 6 is 14.
14. Okay. Wow, damn.
That's
Well-
pretty good.
Does that hit?
Jeez.
Yep.
Yay!
Yep.
I squash it like a bug under my tire.
Okay. Squish. Yeah, that one is down for the count. Well played.
How do these things die? Do they just like vanish into dust? Are they actually like larva things?
Do they like bubble and
Yeah,
What?
it's kind of gross, but they bubble up and just sort of kind of deflate and then vanish into dust and blue flame.
love it?
Excellent.
Excellent.
All right. Is there anything else you can do with your turn?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yajirushi. It is your turn. You're muted.
No, yes. Learning opportunity for both me and the chat, 'cause this is my first time doing everything. So, I want to attack the first person there. I'm hovering above Amanda. I'm not going to move. I'm going to stay above Amanda.
Okay.
And from Amanda, I'm going to command my Kamataichi, which is my weapon, to dart forward and attack this one here.
Okay.
What's the range on your weapon?
Yeah.
7 squares.
Okay. So, yeah, you'd have to either...
Easily
go-
doable.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
Now, I roll 2 dice first.
You roll 2d6. And your modifier is going to, I believe, be plus conjure.
Plus conjure.
I think I have that right, because it's magic damage.
Yep, use magical conjure. Yep. So it'd be what?
What
Let's
did
get
you
the
get
two-
on your accuracy?
I don't know how you guys are rolling the token thing, so I'm just going to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do that. You can also just select the 2 dice,
Yeah.
like tokens, and then right click and say random side.
Random side. There you go. Cool. So I scored a 1 and a 5.
Okay. That's a 6.
And then what's your conjure?
6.
So that's
Can I
12.
swap them with my pool now?
Yes.
Yes.
If
I think
you
you can
wish to.
only swap 1 die. Is that correct? Or am
You
I
have
wrong?
to leave 1 dice from your original roll. So if you burn spirit to get more dice, you can swap out more.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to swap out my odd one to make the attack anyway, right? Because my strike costs 1 odd. Then I roll the 6 on there, and I've got a 6 on my conjure. Am I right so far, or am I confusing things?
What's the ability you're using?
Strike.
Okay. 1 second. And that costs 1 odd.
1 odd, yeah. Strike 7 squares. 1 odd also happens to match the range of my. Actually, my creature is 6 squares, but still.
Okay. I think that's right.
Can you
Use an
share
active check. Make an attack action with wind plus 1 rank. Sorry, with rank 2 magical damage for magical attack. So essentially, I'm using my rank as 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, your rank is by default it's 1.
Mm-hmm.
So with actually, can you share the character sheet?
Yeah, let's take a look at the character sheet real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, spells have their own rank. Thank you, Rules Fairy.
Oh, gotcha.
So, strike. Come on.
Yeah, it costs an odd, which you spent.
Yeah.
Use an action check. Make an attack action with. Yeah, it sounds like you've got it right. I think technically you could attack without doing that, but since this gives you bonuses, that would make a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. So yes, that definitely succeeds. And the highest you rolled on that was a 6, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 6 total. Actually, if I can just do a regular attack without doing all that, I might. I thought I had to spend the odd to do the strike move. Like,
I think you can just do regular damage with your weapon.
okay.
I think.
Well, I might as well do that instead then, because I don't think these guys are like. I'll save that for the big boss, surely. So I'll save that free for later. Make sense?
Whoa, who's that?
We
It
got
was a
bits.
very loud
Oh,
noise.
bits.
Thanks for the bits. Yeah, my Streamlabs noises are all over the place. I'm sorry. You do have to spend the oh yes, you can do a plain old normal hit without spending it. So
I'll do a plain old normal hit. That's what I'll do.
okay.
Sorry, confusing things.
No
It's an
worries.
opportunity for us all to learn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So you command your little Kamaitachi to go attack, and it attacks.
So a small whirlwind will appear between Amanda and this creature. The Kamataichi will dive into it, and its little talons will extend like razors as it spins in the thing and hits this.
Goes full Tasmanian devil on this thing.
Yep.
Excellent. So the highest you rolled was what? You rolled what?
A 5 and a 1.
5 and a 1.
What's
So
the-
5.
What's the defense on these guys? So this is conjure, so it'd be resist, right?
Yes. $10.
Okay, yeah, so with 12 hits.
Yeah. So they're fine. These are one-hit wonders, so we're just gonna you hit, so congratulations, they did.
I suspect as much, hence why I pulled back my free.
Oh gosh, I need to get on the right layer to delete them somehow. What is going on? Oh, I'm on the ruler tool now. Roll 20 is a thing. We all
Cutting.
know how to
Ruler
use.
tool.
Pro streamer. Okay. Excellent. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Is there anything else you can do?
Not currently. No, not currently.
Okay. Then we shall move on down the order. Ayano.
Okay. Well, I don't have any dice to do any of my cool support ability stuff, so I'm just gonna attack a monster. Let's see. Who can I reach? I can reach. Oh, I can reach nobody. Hang on.
Feeling it.
So remind me how movement works in this game with also casting spells or using magic attacks. Because I know there's a rule about that.
Yeah. That you would generally want to use simple movement, which will allow you to move one square in the various directions.
Okay. Give me 1 second while I count. Counting up to 6 is difficult, apparently. 1, 2, 3.
And then that will allow you to still cast. Or you can do full move, and that's all you get to do with your timing. I think I have that right.
Yep.
Okay. Actually, this works out fine then. I will do a simple movement to move up 1 square so that I can actually hit this scary larva monster thing, the one that's in front of Yako.
Your brother's science project? Yes.
Yeah. That's trying super hard not to think about that too hard.
I'm sure
but
at one point they were people.
Yeah. Great.
Reassuring.
Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, I'm getting one heck of an introduction into this whole Mage Society business. All right. I'm gonna roll to see if I can hit stuff first. Oh, heck yeah, I can. Well, let me see if I. Remind me again if we know what the thing that is not AC but is basically AC thing. These guys.
Resist.
Resist. Thank you.
10.
Yes.
10.
10.
Oh, I think I can actually get up to that with my conjure. Yeah. Okay. So I rolled a 2 and a 6, but my conjure is 8. So I'm going to swap in this 6 into my Newman pool. Those are useful for me. Excuse me as I move stuff around on the roll 20. To remember that. Okay, so the attack hits, and how I think this manifests for Ayano is that from this holographic panel in front of her, she actually summons her avatar from the MMO that she plays all the time.
Yes.
So this little mascot thing that was this little blob with angel wings actually just steps out of the holographic screen and becomes this giant beautiful angel woman with a giant heckin' rainbow sword who just fucking Excaliburs this thing.
Oh, that's great.
And I think that's how that works.
Yeah, that works.
Across the battlefield, you hear Sora say, "Kira!"
Funny.
Deal with that
Funny.
later.
Small world.
Yeah,
So
there's
you-
definitely a moment of recognition. Wait,
Yeah.
Crystal Princess? Is that you? Because
Yes.
Wait,
So
that probably looks like me when I'm transformed. Anyway.
this guy right here, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. And your accuracy on that was what again?
it
hit,
was
right?
10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was exactly 10.
Sweet. So that one, much as the others, just gets cut in twain by this, and splits and sort of tears like paper and kind of bubbles and then erupts into blue flame and disappears,
Excellent.
leaving you a very clear path to Yako
That's fine.
for later.
Good. Excellent.
And it's his turn apparently.
Oh, that's even more fine.
Just getting obstacles out of the way. It's all good.
Oh, I sure am right there.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I'm looking at his block for the first time at all, so bear with me. Let's see. He has some magical bullshit, because of course he does. All right. I think he's just going to maybe armor up? My apologies as I look through this, trying to figure out what some of this is.
Just a quick question for our rules fairy while we
Yeah.
wait. So, Turbo Granny is right up next to Yako,
Yeah.
but she is flying. So she is not engaged currently, right? Because flying prevents being engaged.
Let's see.
She must be engaged to hit him. Okay.
So she did hit him. Oh, and his barrier thing is automatically when he gets hit. Sweet. Cool. I should have done that before. I'm gonna adjust that damage. He's not as hurt as I thought. Cool.
Yako!
All good. Sweet. Well, I think Grand Invocation sounds fun. Let's have him do that.
Oh,
That sounds bad.
sounds. Can we not? Like,
What if we
is there
did
like
that?
it's like a mediocre invocation that you go with instead.
Half-assed invocation? Would that be better?
Middling.
Partial.
Milk toast. I'm a fan of that word. Good one.
A gentle warning.
Gentle warning.
Yeah.
You know what?
A mild
Because-
third word.
You know,
Half-hearted chant.
because his little baby sister is here and somehow survived the laboratory exploding. He'll
I'm
give a
kidding.
second
Let's-
warning. So let me see what the range is. 7 squares. Do. Oh, looky there. Well,
Fuck me.
wait.
Well,
Nope, doesn't quite make it. He's gonna have to at least move up 1. Which I think he can do without.
He should move 7. He should move 7 squares directly south.
No.
yeah, that would be wonderful.
Damn it! He should move just a little, like 2 more squares than that.
No. I think he's good right there.
Damn it!
And I think,
so
I
for-
think
for-
he
yeah.
can.
He's moved.
He's technically engaged via Granny, though, right? So can he not move? Rules
Oh, that's a
Fairy?
good question.
Please help, Rules Fairy. You're my only hope.
Oh, that's a good question.
He
Cannot.
can't.
No. Okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, Grand Invocation it is then.
Bring on the lasers.
all right. Magic lasers.
That.
Shoot me with lasers. Yes.
Well, hold on. I need to understand the ranges on these things and what it can attack. Shoo-doo-doo-doo.
I think
Area.
we can use-
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically he can Zerg Granny with it, I think.
Oh no.
I feel really bad doing this.
What's the? Is it a single target with
It's an
engaged
air-
range?
It's no, hold on.
It's an area effect with like a range. Hang on.
Yeah. It is a lot. It's an area effect. I'm trying to figure out the range. It's just area, I guess.
Combat zone range, which means you can hit anything with it, says the
Oh.
rules fair.
Okay, sweet.
Oh,
Well, he can't move and she's up in his face, so sorry, Granny. He's gonna get you up out of his face. So that's 4d6.
It's okay, you can't kill an idea.
You can't.
That's literally what you do in this game.
Alright. Alright. And then
it's
I guess
okay. I'll just believe in her super hard if
Oh.
she died.
Wait, we're still clarifying rules. He'll do something when I.
7 squares
squares.
for Grand Invoke.
Okay.
Okay.
So he still can't hit anything. I guess all he can do
Well,
then is
You
withdraw.
can hit Granny. Because Granny is within 7 squares.
Yeah. Okay. His normal attack is combat zone.
Oh, so his normal
Oh.
attack can hit anything. It's just the grand invocation.
And he can target 2 people with it.
Oh, so that's cool.
Thanks, Rules Fairy.
Thanks,
thank
Rose
you.
Fairy. Thanks
Great.
so much.
Ow.
Excellent clarifier.
Yeah, but I don't think he's close enough to anybody else to actually do that. So he's
Well, but
really
combat
only...
zone
It's
is.
combat zone is everything.
Oh.
Yeah, Rules Fairy is saying his normal attack can hit any two people.
Any two people. Sweet. All right. Well, Granny's in his face, and he doesn't like his sister, so.
Oh, burn!
Okay, that's fine. I was just trying to
getting
save
really
your soul and
awkward.
stuff.
Well, in fairness, he is very insane, so you know. It's fine.
Okay, so we get to roll to resist.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do the smart thing and change out these freaking dice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is a roll to resist. So do your rolls to resist, Granny, and
Oh no. Alright.
spend some crest. I'll be nice. It's not like he can die anyway.
I rolled a 6 and a 1. I'm gonna swap in a 6 for the 1 and do 2 6s for a total of 14.
Okay. And that is versus his conjure, I think. That you are okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 3, which I'm pretty sure
Ooh.
is not great. So
No.
I'm gonna swap in. The 1 is useful to me for one of my other abilities, so I'm gonna swap that in from a 4 from my Newman pool. Which makes that not great. That's a 7.
Okay.
Do you have 0 and resist?
Oh wait, sorry. I can do math. Hang on. My resist is actually 5. So 9 resist.
Okay. Yeah, nope. His conjure's higher.
Cool.
So,
Nothing like family, right?
I mean,
Ah.
lucky for you, it's me rolling. So,
Well, I don't think you roll. It's just
well,
conjure. Isn't it?
the damage
Oh, right. Duh.
is the damage is actually
Ignore me.
nice. It's all good. 14.
14. Oh, okay.
How are you?
The damage in this game is like universal super high.
It's cool. I have a healing ability. We're good.
Yeah. So yeah, he extends his hand, and you see the dreaded sign. His bracelet flashes with a brilliant flash of light, and you see several magical circles just boom, 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 and rays of light come out after them.
I would like to
Yes.
start.
Yeah, you have a thing.
I have a thing.
Oh, do your thing.
I'm going to spend my barrier to put just like a thin crystal in Rihanna the paper front before dissolving. You take 3 whole points of damage off of that.
No, that's awesome. Actually.
How many points of damage off?
3.
Sweet.
Okay. And then
And is that just increasing
hang
barrier
on.
by 3?
It's off of the damage that she's taken,
Okay.
which is effectively the same thing, right?
yeah.
Oh,
So
well.
effectively increasing your barrier by 3.
Okay. Okay, so I actually just take 9 damage then, which is significantly better.
It's a lot less than what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Nason.
So, good job. And then Tadashi,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's your turn, unless you had anything else, Ayano. Or no, that was his turn. He doesn't have anything else. Moving on. I always forget the enemies technically do have turns. They just are reactive, usually.
Right. Okay. I think I'm gonna be like, hey, kid, you alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
She looks
good.
very not alright, but
Hey! I like start stomping forward. And I think as that happens, like energy starts rising off of me. Like
Yep.
my collar floats a little bit. You don't hit my friends. And I'm gonna make a full move this round. All the way up
Okay. You
to
just get right up in his face.
yeah, I move all the way up to Granny, which will put me in engagement. That does mean I only roll 1 die this round.
Yep.
But that's fine, right? I always roll 1 high and 1 1, so we'll just hope that it's the high die that I get this time.
Yes. That is your habit, isn't it?
It is. All right, what do I have in my pool right now? Okay, I've got 2 3s, a 2, and a 1. Well, I'm going to spend my 2 for evens.
Okay.
And this is where the train goes off the rails. For Yang style, which gives me a +1 to accuracy and also triggers my Mysteries of Battle, which gives me a +10 at damage calculation. And then I'm going to spend 1 odd. I'm going to spend my 1 for Violent Strike, which just gives me a +1 stat that I choose. I'm going to choose Strength to damage calculation as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to roll my 1 die,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to hope. A 3. That's not great. Okay. Well, I can't make it any better. But with my accuracy, it's a total of... so my accuracy is currently 7. That brings me up to 10.
So that's
It doesn't hit.
physical, right?
Yes. So that'd be against evasion.
That hits.
Yeah.
Listen, he's a mage.
So Tadashi, like, I storm over and I get close. I swing back with the katana still in its scabbard and swing over, and it grows like 3 feet as I swing it through the air and just
Damn.
smash it down on his head.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to be dealing, let's see, 3
Mm-hmm.
from the die. My rank is just 1.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 5 for my strength. So that's
Mhm.
8. Plus 10 for Mysteries of Battle. That's 18. Plus my PD, which is 18 for a total of 36.
Gross.
Oof.
Okay. Well, yeah, you pretty much like carve a crater in the space where he is. Yeah, you just pound him literally into the pavement, and he does not
think that-
appear to get up.
I think the concrete under my feet like cracks inward.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Definitely.
And that effectively ends the fight. You see the other 2 creatures just kind of fade out. And he's not moving, at least not at the moment.
Really? That's it? I was hoping for more.
And we're gonna go to a break right there and return for the aftermath.
Nice.
Please.
So we will see you all in about 10 minutes. back. And I think we're ready to come into the final leg of our little one-shot. They have thoroughly trounced the highly evil Magus. More specifically, he got kicked in the face by Granny, and then he got, Tadashi kind of turned him into a smear.
Tadashi him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tadashi did what Tadashi does. Yes. So, we are going to cut back to our scene. Tadashi, you're standing over the cracked pavement and this imprint where you savaged this body. Ayano, you saw Yako go down, and looks like he took a pretty direct hit, and you just heard barely a strangled sound that just was cut off that quick.
Yeah, I think I'm running up to Tadashi at this point.
And the rest of you see the other creatures kind of dissipate now that their master is sword beats wizard. Yes.
I'll hold out an arm for a second to stop Ayano. You probably don't want to see this.
It's terrifying.
Oh, Granny.
I come up behind Ayano and just kind of put my arm across her front and draw her back.
I'm just standing there, like, kind of in shock, but I will follow Sora's lead.
I'm gonna tilt my head to the side and like nudge him with the scabbard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
He's
you alive?
Moving. He's not moving and doesn't appear to be alive from what you can tell. The only thing that is a bit strange is that the spirit barrier is still up. And Yajirushi, Amanda runs up to you, and your little weasel kind of coils up next to her, on her shoulder.
Are you okay?
Yes, I am fine. More importantly, how are you?
That was frightening, but I'm all right. What's
Good.
going on over there?
She runs to join where the others are.
Yeah, I'll gently put my feet back on the floor and walk over.
Okay. So, you head over, and everybody is standing around this crater area where Yako was downed by Tadashi. And after a few moments, you start to see kind of a eerie bluish glow suffuses him, and then one hand just kind of twitches a little, and the other twitches a little.
You should step back.
He peels himself up out of the pavement and seems fine as wounds just sort of knit themselves back together, and he looks like he didn't have a scratch on him. Although his glasses are a bit broken.
Nice to see you're back. I was worried it was over a little too soon. Ready for round 2?
I think we're done for today, as a matter of fact. Sister.
The hell does he mean by that?
Oh, she didn't tell you.
Brother. But I don't think it is anymore.
Well, in a fit of irony, the Mages Association decided to pit us against one another. How very like them.
You did
I don't
this.
like all this not saying the normal stuff. Just stop talking in circles.
Yes, well.
Magus Association.
The girl belongs to me. And he gestures in Amanda's direction, and she kind of shrinks back, clinging to Yajirushi. And just shakes her head furiously without saying anything. I'll tell you a little something interesting about this child, as a matter of fact. She's not human. She's a monster, much like those creatures that you took care of. I
Much
created her with
like
my own
me.
hands.
Much like me? Huh.
Similar enough.
Huh.
And he looks to Amanda, who goes quite pale. Surely you've noticed the truth by now, hmm? Think on it. And he vanishes in a flicker of blue.
Hey, get back! I'll like swing into the space where he was.
Yeah, and in the space where you
or something.
and in the space where he was, where you strike, you just hear his laughter echoing.
Tadashi gone.
I hate it when people do that.
I'm gonna run a quick scan just in case.
Ominous shtick thing. It's been a while since it's gotten this creepy. Okay.
Hey, good. You a monster?
Sorry, puppies.
You don't have to answer, Amanda. We each define ourselves by our actions.
She looks at you and kind of smiles weakly, tears in her eyes.
I sort of look to her, and if I can, without anyone else seeing, I'll give her a little smile which shows off my teeth, which are points, essentially.
Quite sharp. Her eyes widen a little bit, but she doesn't say anything.
I'm not a monster. I don't
Cool.
remember anything.
That's cool.
And as you're standing, the area fades back to normal and you're back to reality.
Hope there goes gravity. So I assume we go back to like normal people clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been fishing for it in the back channel, but I have an ability called Purify Newman, which lets me trade a Newman die with anybody else. So if anybody wants one of my 3 ones, they're welcome to it.
I would like one, please.
All right. What will you give me for it?
I will give you what is useful to you, because I have a 5, 6, or a 4.
I like 4s and I like steps, so if I could have the 4, that would help me out.
All right, have a 4.
Thank you.
All right. If anyone has any abilities that they want to use, I now have the ones necessary to activate my Zohar method, which is basically like free whatever the hell you want ability.
Lordy. Okay. Are we done Newman trading?
I'm trying to figure out how that works cinematically. I think we just exchanged a really piercing glance, a really intense face there.
And then meanwhile off on the side, we get to see Yajiru should be like, I see what just happened there.
And he gives us the exposition and the explanation that they've exchanged spirit.
Just like the shifty eyes, just left and right in a monologue. They exchanged forces.
Yes, they're trading spirit power.
Perhaps they may be useful after all.
Yep.
Sense of a 4 and a 1.
So, you're all standing there, and Amanda is kind of sticking pretty close to the monk. The rest of you, there's not much left to do here. Yako's trail seems pretty cold at this point.
I'm gonna text Kukuri.
Okay.
Be like, hit dude. Dude left. I'll be late.
Okay. So you send the text, and a couple moments later, a message comes back. And it just says, "Concert's still going. Get back here." And there's a period. Actual punctuation.
I'll send back the one eye closed, tongue out emoji.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Of course.
Oh, text communication.
I have somewhere to be. What about the rest of you?
I look at Ayano.
I need to tell the association what happened with all this. Is there like a place I report to? Like,
Yeah,
they sent
I
me.
would say there's, the association has a headquarters, a local branch of their headquarters in Hisashiro, where you're at. Presumably, you first got your orders from Charles there and would report back to him there as well. Same for you, Sora. When he summoned you, you would have been there first, and you met him out there at the workshop.
Okay. So, well, I need to report back to Localization.
Well, I could use a ride. It's pretty far from here.
I've got you covered.
You're both with the association?
Mm-hmm.
The association likes my help sometimes.
Right. Specprof put me on this one. Seems like it might be a big deal.
Yeah.
Your watch do texting?
Okay, so this watch currently is displaying like still all kinds of like insanely advanced technology. It does texting.
Here's my card. Text me if something happens.
Okay.
He hands you his card, and what's on the card?
Yeah, what's on this card?
It's let me pull up character sheet. Here we go. Tadashi or Yoshio Tadashi, bodyguard to the stars. And then it's just like a single, like just my phone number, and then an address, which is 40 something street.
Okay.
What
so
color is the
now-
card? What color is the font?
Oh, the card is plain white. It's all set in like Times New Roman.
Okay.
God,
Okay. So
are you trying to kill me?
Maybe.
So, question. So Ayano is like a massive nerd, and a huge part of that is she is a massive fan of Kyoko. Would she know the name of Kyoko's bodyguard?
She might.
I think I show up in like paparazzi shots all the time, where it's like most of the picture is me in the camera's face.
Yeah. So now that you see him up close, and he like, are you putting your sunglasses like back on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like tying my back
Yeah,
up.
and you see him like out of the car. You recognize him.
Shut up!
I wasn't talking.
Shut up! Oh my gosh!
Is everything all right?
Yeah, no, everything's great. I have now dropped the card, and I immediately like stoop to pick it back up, and I'm holding it like it's like made out of gold. No, great. Thank you for your number. I'm like calculating degrees of separation in my head right now.
She's like, oh my god, she could have touched this
Like-
card.
Could she have touched this card?
What's going on?
Nothing. Tell Kyoko I said hi. My name's Ayano. Okay, I gotta go.
I'm gonna press a button on my keys and the trunk pops.
Yeah.
Give me a second. We'll walk around to the back. Lean out. I'll pull out like a t-shirt.
That looks about her size.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's like it's a t-shirt from Kyoko's current concert tour, her romantic dancer series.
Yeah. I close the trunk, toss the shirt towards you, and get in the car.
Wait, before you go, tell me, Spec Labs, the company, are these monastic
Spec Lab.
traditions?
Spectrov, they're the... Let me check the book.
They're the
in my throat.
The special
Minister of the
provisions.
Environment, Special
Yeah.
Provisions Department.
Within the government. Yeah.
Yes, they are a government organization focused on the environment and the weather. But in truth, it is a public safety organization with expertise in dealing with supernatural entities.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what they stole from Gary Zero.
I'm a member of the Demon Hunter Society, but SpecProv just doesn't leave me the fuck alone.
Ah. Demon hunters. Interesting.
Yeah. Yoshio family.
Hmm.
Never heard of it? Where are you from?
No. The mountains.
Nice. Sounds boring.
That's ambiguous. Okay. All right. Well, we have Magus to report to, and you have a pop star to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, as you say this, Sora, you hear what's Sora's ringtone sound like?
Oh God, I don't even know. Some ridiculous.
What if it's from the MMO?
Is
Yeah.
it like an
No,
like
it's
a
the
melody?
level up chime from the MMO.
Okay. So yeah, you just hear dun 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 dun. And Ayano, you know that sound way too well.
Yes, I do.
You probably hear it at least twice a night.
I pull out my phone and
Yeah, it's Charles on the caller ID.
okay. Hello.
Sora, how's it going?
It's
How did you fare?
well, he got away, but everyone's alive, so that's good.
Wonderful. That's better than could have been expected, I suppose.
Yeah. We're not sure exactly what to do from here. His trail has gone cold.
Well, fortunately, Special Provisions seems to have a bit of extra information. If you'd like to report back, I think it's time we all did a little bit of sharing.
Oh,
Why don't you
boy.
go ahead and bring those others with you? I suspect it might be good to have as many God Hunters on this as possible.
I just the look on my face whenever I recognize that others means Tatashi too.
Sora,
Sure.
is
Sure.
everything all right?
Yep. I'll bring them. Also, I have a deadline to meet tonight, so how long?
Oh, yes. So sorry. I really didn't mean to take you away from your work, but
No. It's fine. I mean, I can just pull another all-nighter. It's good.
of course. Well, think of your health.
Yeah.
We'll try to make this quick. Why don't you bring everyone on back and we'll discuss matters.
Okay then. All right. Thank you, Charles.
All right. See you soon. Cheers.
Okay. Goodbye.
He hangs up. Sora looks tired.
Tired. It's tired. He wants us all to go back to headquarters. All of us, including you, Tadashi. So, your little pop star.
Text Kukuri. Mages want to talk. Still gonna be late. You'll be fine. Next message, probably.
Not kill you.
You don't get anything back for a little while. And then after about 5 minutes, a photo comes back, and it's it looks like Kyoko must have stolen the phone and took a selfie with Kukuri.
Yes.
Kukuri is just like,
Kira's like, yeah.
yeah, and yeah, Kyoko's got the camera, and she's like,
God.
Yeah.
and it just says, "Be safe, dummy," and there's a little heart emoji.
Oh.
Oh no.
So, with that, you all carpool or run, as the case may be.
I mean, grandmother, you're free to take a ride, but also you seem to be quite capable of moving at high frequencies.
I can carry up to 6 people.
I'm gonna drive.
I appreciate the offer, but I have a motorcycle.
Amanda kind of looks shyly at you, Ayano, because you look close to her age.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sort of looks to Yajirushi.
How are we gonna go? We're going
Yes.
with them, right?
I will walk.
Oh.
Well,
I just press the button to unlock the doors.
Can
How
I
can
ride-
you have time if you don't take your time?
Can I ride
Easily,
with
you'll
you,
have more of it.
I do think that he wants all of us there to talk. How quickly do you walk?
Oh, not too fast.
If I lift Yajirushi, will he stop me?
No, probably not.
She's just like,
He bends like the willow.
Kindergarten, get in here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She runs over.
I now that we've established the Kyoko connection, I am definitely going in this car.
She's
I give I shoot a very apologetic look to Sora, but Kyoko.
Ayano,
I'll see you at the office, okay?
what?
I press play on the Bluetooth on my phone, and it immediately starts playing Kyoko.
Of course.
Apart from the whole her brother turning into an evil monster thing, Ayano is living her best life at this moment.
She's like at the lowest of lows and the highest of highs, all in the same day.
I put the bike back in hammer space. And I get in the car. It's like, I'm not letting you go anywhere alone with this car.
Okay, so
What, you
here's-
worried I'll be a
here's-
bad influence?
So I'm seeing Soda probably got in and is riding shotgun so she can more properly glare at Tadashi. And the
Yeah.
two girls are in the back seat together, and Amanda is just kind of looking awkwardly at you, Ayano, and seems to like the music.
Oh, okay. If I see she seems to be getting into the music, I'm going to immediately do that thing where you just kind of like nerd out about whatever your favorite thing is at this moment, which is definitely like it is all Kyoko all the time right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's gonna learn a whole lot about Kyoko.
Yeah, so the whole way back you're regaling her all about literally everything you know about Kyoko, which is almost everything about Kyoko.
Exactly. She has no more memories of Kyoko now than she probably does about herself.
Yes, by far.
Meanwhile, somewhere outside the car, Grandma is carrying
Grandma and Grandpa.
Grandma.
Grandma is running at 80k, keeping speed with the car, despite
Yeah,
Tadashi's efforts.
This looks tranquil as ever, does he, Scrap?
Yeah, he's just gone into like meditation pose, I suppose, since he's getting a free lift. He'll just sort of.
Just like,
So I gotta
that's so
ask, Turbo Granny, are you running like holding him directly above your head, or are you running Naruto style with him sitting on your back?
I thought
Both
I had
sound
him
great.
tucked under one of my arms is what I thought.
and he's still sitting meditation style.
Yeah,
Cross-legged.
cross-legged, just horizontal. You know,
Yeah.
just because the Earth's at 90
Yeah.
degrees,
Yeah.
why should he
Yep.
Yeah.
be?
Oh my god, I think
Oh,
of
Lord.
Petey.
Okay.
He only needs to orient himself with himself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know where my center is.
Indeed. So yeah, we're gonna take you all back to the base. It doesn't take you too long. You're used to this. This general ride. Let's see. I'm trying to find something other than this cool jazz music.
I mean,
There we go. Good enough. It's
That's
not-
HQ music.
That's HQ music.
that's really HQ.
Yeah. So not too much longer after, you are in Charles Derlitt's office. It's quite posh. This may be Japan, but he has brought some of the finest and oldest antique British furniture he could possibly muster and that money could buy. And tea is being served. There's a nice, classy-looking grandfather clock on the wall that's ticking away. And more clocks. Yes, lots of clocks. He might have a thing about time. As a point of fact, as you're all arriving, he's checking his pocket watch and... right on time. Welcome back.
Every
Would you
time.
Introduce me to your friend.
So we have Tadashi.
Yoshio.
Yoshio Tadashi or Tadashi
The
Yoshio.
Demon Hunter Society.
Yes.
Yep.
And Yajirushi, I believe his name was, and grandmother.
The 120 kilometer per hour hag.
Yes,
Tababa-chan.
that.
Indeed you are. Charmed, I'm sure.
And you already know Ayano here.
Yes.
And
of course.
this is, well, Amanda.
I see. He looks a bit curious, but seems to keep his thoughts to himself.
Very bad.
Well, please, have a seat, have a drink, and let's discuss the situation. And for a time, you kind of debrief each other. He gives you the updates of what they discovered during cleanup at the headquarters, and you all describe your encounters with Yako to him. And somewhere during all of that, Kukuri also comes into the office. Kyoko's probably around, you hope. Tadashi. And she just sort of posts up against the wall silently while Charles is sort of giving his discourse. So, it appears this girl is indeed a creation, and he wants to use her as a vessel for the Aramitama that he's made a deal with.
But this girl.
I mean, we're not going to let that happen, right?
No, we are not.
All right, meeting over.
Well, now, we're going to need to find a safe place to keep this child, I think.
There are safe places everywhere, if you look.
Right. That's a very...
He's from the mountains.
Ah, of course. It's like, oh yes,
I love that becoming
explains,
his standard explanation for anything he says.
that explains everything. So, Kukuri speaks up.
Perhaps it would be best if we let the girl rest. She seems tired.
Amanda's looking pretty shaken and pale and not really speaking. She seems a bit distracted.
Find anything in particular or just in general?
Just in general. She seems like she's a little lost in thought. Considering Yako's
much?
parting words to her, she's a little upset still. Now that she's no longer being regaled by Ayano's thrill of Kyoko. Right. Well, let's... Charles kind of calls somebody in and has them take Amanda away to rest in a separate room. And the rest of you are left to talk a little bit. Well, we can keep her here for a little while, but we can't guarantee her protection. Yako was of the Mages Association at one time, after all. He knows this place as well as any of us.
Is there somewhere we can keep an eye on her that's not here? Somewhere that Yako wouldn't know of?
Well, he kind of gives side eye to Kukuri. Could special provisions have something to deal with this, perhaps? She kind of shrugs. And then he looks to you, Tadashi. the Demon Hunter Society?
I think I still have a place. I haven't been there in a while.
Duly noted. Well, at any
Wait.
rate, we'll try to sort it out.
I'm gonna text Kyoko. Like,
Okay.
hey, is your spare room open? I have a kid. No context.
Okay. You basically get back a string of emoji that more or less communicates shock and confusion and then a bunch of question marks.
I'll like, hey, hold still. I'll take a picture of Amanda real quick.
She's been walked out.
Oh, okay. I'll just be like, monster, question mark, kid, needs place to stay. Spec prof. And then like the eye roll emoji.
And you get back a,
Oh, work. Right. Yeah, that's fine.
winky.
Yeah, she can stay with Kyoko.
Oh, well,
The
that solves
God
things
Hunters,
handily.
yeah.
Wonderful. She can leave with you then. I assume you're going back to her, yes?
Yep.
All right. So the rest of you kind of congregate for a little while longer. Planning and Sora, you're getting antsy, of course, because your deadline rapidly approaches.
Mentally calculating the number of hours between now and when I need to submit everything.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
how long it takes me on average to finish inking a page.
Yes, Charles is intensely charming and commands your attention and all, but your editor is scary.
Yeah. Scarier than Aramitama. This is much scarier than Aramitama.
Yeah.
Is Ayano trying to finagle her way into being like, I'm gonna take care of this kid. I should be the kid's guardian.
I a little bit. She also definitely has been like trying to like kind of like get a look at your phone when you've clearly been texting to see like what does Kyoko's text look like? What?
Yeah, you'll
God.
definitely notice. I have a phone charm on my phone that is a little like chibi Kyoko.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I think, in interest of time, we will end it there. To be continued someday, maybe?
Mark?
We don't know. We'll see. But we got a combat in. We got some role play in. We got some scene setting.
So much anime in.
So
So
much anime.
Like
Many,
so
many.
much.
Many animes. Lots of animes were had.
The roof of Kamigakari. This baby can fit so much in.
Hell yes!
Yeah. I got to summon Avatar Saber. I'm good. Like
Yeah.
I got what I wanted out of this game.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, thank you, everyone. I gathered the weebiest people I could find.
Listen.
My weebiest friends
Listen.
and I were here for this bullshit. Scheduling is a little weird right now because of holidays. If we can get ourselves together again, we will try. Because I think we want to see more of these folks.
Yeah.
And play more of this game. It's so good.
I didn't even get to use my most powerful attack. We have to play more.
We need to see Tadashi deal, what was it, like 98 points of damage in a single strike?
It
or
was
whatever the hell
100 before armor.
Oh my god.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah, like when abilities start to stack, like this gets ridiculous.
I love
it's
it.
Crazy. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and do outros and things. Moobot has been helpfully spamming the link to Serpent Sea Games Twitter and the Kickstarter. If you have not yet been convinced to fund this, you should still go over there and do it. They've gotten their funding, but there will be, I believe, expansion materials and things potentially are labeled as stretch goals.
Yeah.
So be very worth it to try and hit that, because the extended materials are also like it's all good. It's so good.
The extended material is the one that has the. So Kyoko is also built as a character, right? And she was
Yes.
using the extended material. Is that correct?
Yeah, she was using a style from the extended material, the Divine Talker, which she's a pop
Battle
star.
Idol.
Battle Idol.
Yeah. So if you want that, which I believe that you do.
Indeed.
And I will say, like, pulling back the curtain a little bit, like because the mechanics are a little confusing before you understand them, and once you get them, they're super simple.
Mm-hmm.
That means if you're an improv heavy GM, running this game is super easy. And if you're not an improv heavy GM, like Jess, you can speak to the prep situation for that.
Well, in this case, it was a little different than my norm, because we were using a scenario, and they gave almost too much. So I feel like if I had understood the mechanics well enough to write a scenario for this reliably, it would be very easy to do, because everything's 2d6 plus your mods. They give you tables for difficulty checks. It's all there. They kind of do all the math for you. And flavor-wise, your players have the freedom to style things however they want.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's really, really fun. And there's so much anime flavor here. So we will go around in reverse order. Wait, did we started with you last time, right, Dylan? We're gonna start with M this time.
Yeah.
Where can we find you? Are you doing any other cool things on the internets soon? And did you have a favorite moment?
Oh boy. Okay. All right. So yeah, my name's M, Eddie Treffery on the Twitters. In terms of stuff to promo, I don't know. I guess the only thing like to really promo is your stream, actually, because Jess runs a Ryutama stream every other Sunday for the Promise stream for good, wholesome JRPG content, which I play on. It is very sweet and wholesome. And favorite moment, pretty much everything Granny did, honestly. Turbo Granny was extremely good.
Yeah.
But probably specifically the run at the very end with Yajinushi, that was delightful.
That was wild. So good. Awesome. Scraticus. Who are you? What else do you do? Where can we find you? And your favorite moment.
Oh, hi, you guys. I am Scraticus. I run the Scraticus Academy, which is basically a forum for introducing new players to TTRPGs and Dungeons & Dragons. We are full-time, running Mondays to Thursdays, 1 p.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m. every day. Also, Fridays, we do some other streams as well, as you can see, usually on other channels or alternate weeks, that sort of thing. You can find me on the Twitters, on the Twitches, on the YouTubes, and all them good places. I'll stick some links in chat in a second. I really enjoyed this. Favorite moment? Possibly when we all went into our... when we all powered up into our thing and we all just did these, like, badass things, like... Yeah, I'm all about that. You know, like... Yeah.
It was good shit. Excellent. And yes, Scraticus has a wonderful channel where there's all kinds of great tabletop stuff going on. I run a game over there on Thursdays. It's extra and anime as heck.
It's another Ryutama game too, right?
It's another Ryutama game, but it is nothing like the Ryutama game on this channel.
Yeah, I think in future I'll stay on brand and stick to my high energy teenage fighty girls. That'd be, yeah, you know. The Serene's nice, but not as fun.
Yeah. All right. Next, Turbo Granny. Char. Where can we find you doing things on the internet? And if there's anything you'd like to promo, and if you had a favorite moment.
All right, I'm on Twitter at doc_aquatic. I don't really post there anymore. I'm also on a podcast called Backlog Buds, which you can find at backlogbuds.podbean.com, where we play games, watch movies, read books, and then talk about them. And I think my favorite moment was just Tadashi opening up, because that was everything about him in the fight just made my night.
Thank you.
He's a delight. Also delightful and delightfully sparkly, we have our motorcycle crystal princess. Julie, where can we find you? What else are you doing? And what was your favorite moment?
Oh goodness. So you can find me mostly at Soft Signal on Twitter and Twitch, if you'd like. I don't have a strict schedule right now. Sometimes I do a chill art stream. Sometimes I'm streaming video games, that kind of thing. So if you're into that kind of thing, the best place to follow me is Twitter. I'm not up so much lately. My favorite moment tonight, I really liked getting to race with Tadashi. That was pretty wonderful. But like the whole thing in general was just very wonderful. Had a lot of fun.
So much anime.
Mm-hmm.
And last, but certainly not least, last into the battle and last one to hit, Tadashi, Dylan, tell us.
The only hit you need.
Yeah, tell us all the cool stuff about you and your favorite moment and what else are you up to?
Okay. Hi, I'm Dylan. I just want to say, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I want to live a life where Motorcycle Crystal Princess is written on my tombstone. That is a life worth living right there. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Anarsis. All of those places, all the same. For streamy stuff, I will say tomorrow I will be live over on my channel. Jess will be there as well for our Ryutama game. We love Ryutama around here, okay?
Good game.
Also anime goodness, basically. That's
Yes.
We have a brand.
Yeah. So our show that we have tomorrow is at 5 Pacific, and it's much softer. It's not as high energy anime actiony. It's a little more. I don't know my anime genres. Shoujo, is that correct? Did I get that right?
Could be, I guess.
Very. Oh gosh.
Honobono?
Let's not get Honobono. Yeah.
Honobono.
Yeah, it's very Honobono. It makes you feel good on the inside. So we've got that going on tomorrow, and I'll post my social links in chat. And the big thing for me right now is I am also kickstarting an RPG. Very different. I'm not going to get into the weeds on that, but you can find details about that on my Twitter, and I will post a link in chat.
Yep.
My favorite moment from tonight was definitely when Amanda was like, "Granny," and Taro Granny was just like, "Yes." that was pure gold. So
delightful.
thank you so much for Turbo Granny. I hadn't heard of that urban legend at all until you mentioned her, and I was like, this is just a thing that Shar came up with, right? Like, this is just a silly anime thing, and you're like, no, this is an actual urban legend. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I definitely had that moment too, and like, I read a lot of Japanese urban legend bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a new one on me, so that was amazing. I guess we're down to me. Hi, I'm Jess. This is my channel. You can follow me here if you haven't already. But you can mostly find me on Twitter throwing art around. I did all the overlay art, all this stuff. I'm in a lot of TTRPG streams. Scraticus' channel, the Narcissus channel, my own channel. And a few others. Twitter is the place to find out all the things I do. Yeah, and God, this game, like, I am still digging my heels into the mechanics and learning it, and I like it. I think when I know it better, I'm gonna love it even more. It's so extra, and it's so good. I don't think I can pick a favorite moment, all of it was just watching you all interact with each other made me happy. And just your characters are the best.
I could have 3 hours of these characters just talking to each other, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like, I
though,
could have a slice of life anime with these characters and just be fine.
like, gosh, just
Yeah.
banter. Like, just
Yeah.
give me
Mhm.
3 hours of banter between
Yeah.
these characters.
And never has a game's built-in lore and NPCs been so completely my own personal freaking brand. Between Yako, who is literally described in the book as a beautiful young man with a hint of cleverness, and then
God fucking damn it.
Charles, who is this classy British dude. Yep. Give me all of that. Those are my types. It's good. So, with that, go fund this darn thing. It's a great game. You want it, I think.
You do.
You do.
It's incredibly flexible, but it knows what experience it's trying to make and delivers it very well.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like, this
You're
is...
gonna feel like a superhero.
Yes, you feel powerful when you, like, ramp up your dice and you do your damage. It's good stuff. So, thanks to the Serpent Sea Games folks for
Yes.
letting us do this, providing us the resources. Thank you, Ulseri, our rules fairy, for guiding us and teaching us the wonder that is Kamigakari. And I think with that, these god hunters and I will sign off. See you around.
Have a good night, everybody.